If you're an efficiency-minded, hyper-curious traveler, you already know this. The secret to a perfect trip isn't just seeing the sights. It's about executing a perfect logistical plan, and that always starts with your hotel. Getting the right location at the right price can absolutely make or break a major city trip. Okay, let's unpack this. Today we were focusing really laser-like on Istanbul. It's one of the world's great metropolises. And our mission is, well, it's incredibly specific. We are hunting for highly rated three-star hotels, all priced strictly under $100 a night, right at the nexus of Istanbul's energy.
And we define that nexus as the area immediately surrounding Taksim Square. For travelers, especially if it's your first time in Istanbul, this isn't just some popular area. It's your strategic operating base.
I want to push back on that just a little. Taksim is famous, yeah, but it's also known for being loud, chaotic, and frankly a bit overwhelming. Why are we mandating this location?
Because of access. It all comes down to access. Taksim Square is the absolute hub for Istanbul's public transport. You're instantly connected to, well, the entire city. Plus, you have Istiklal Street right there. It's the pulse of modern Istanbul, the time you save in commuting.
Start with a hotel that, honestly, it seems to defy the odds for a budget-focused city center property. We're talking about the Union Hotel Port.
Right, so this is a three-star hotel. It lands between, say, $75 and $90 per night. So it's perfectly within our target range. But the thing that just jumps out here is the user feedback. The Union Hotel Port achieved a staggering user score of 9.7 out of 10 on Booking.com.
A 9.7 is? That's statistically rare for any hotel, let alone a three-star in such a dense urban environment. What did they do to get above that, that functional 9.0 rating?
It wasn't just one thing. Cleanliness was flawless, of course. But it really came down to what I call the 3 C's. Cleanliness, comfort, and communication.
Communication.
Yes. A 9.7 suggests the staff is anticipatory, not just reactive. They're remembered in reviews for being genuinely friendly and professional. They handle everything seamlessly. And our sources repeatedly stress this one phrase.
What's that?
Almost no guest is left dissatisfied.
Wow. That level of service for $80 a night is extraordinary. And it looks like they solve another huge problem you find in budget European city hotels, room size.
They do. This hotel is noted as being particularly good for families because they offer larger room configurations.
Right.
That's a feature that usually just vanishes the moment you start looking for cost savings in these big urban centers. They really prioritize space.
And the location backs it all up. Just a few minutes walk to Taksim Square and the metro. It really does set a benchmark. Okay, so if the Union Hotel Port wows us with a near-perfect score, our next option is designed to wow us with an almost unbelievable price tag. Here's where it gets really interesting.
We are pivoting to the Santerio Gold Taksim Hotel. If the Union Hotel Port is the perfectionist, well, the Santerio is the strategic, cost-conscious champion.
It's a 3-star, and it clocks in with a starting price that's just hard to ignore. We're talking a range between $55 and $90 a night. That $55 figure seems almost too low for this kind of real estate. Are we sure that's not, a flash sale or something with a major catch?
That's a critical question. And based on the analysis, that $55 price point, it is achievable. But it's typically tied to their smallest room type, and you have to book well in advance, probably during a shoulder season. But even at the higher end of its range, the value is just immense because of one thing.
The location.
The location. It's in Beyoğlu, and it is only a 1-minute walk to Taksim Square. I mean, 1 minute.
Wow.
For the traveler who prioritizes that 60-second walk to the metro over, say, having a huge bathroom,
Yeah.
this is gold. It's the strategic choice for pure access.
That proximity is unbeatable. I mean, just imagine arriving after a 12-hour flight. You're tired, you're disoriented. That 1-minute walk suddenly becomes worth sacrificing half your luggage space.
It does. The rooms are simple, yes, but you have immediate access to everything. Transport, shopping, restaurants. This place is tailored for the efficiency traveler, the one who plans to spend almost no time inside their room anyway. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, well, the trade-off is unavoidable.
Of course.
Achieving that location for $55 means something has to give. And the specific negative feedback that came up again and again was that the rooms are, quote, not very large.
Ah, the structural reality of urban real estate. You're paying for the land under the hotel, not the space inside your room.
Exactly. But here's the sophisticated insight. The consensus from users is that while the rooms are smaller, that limitation is generally accepted. It's considered worthwhile given the phenomenal location and the price. Look, small rooms in Beolu are a structural reality. It's rooted in century-old building codes. If you want a vast, modern space, you generally have to look outside Taksim.
And sacrifice that critical proximity.
You sacrifice proximity. It's that simple.
Okay, let's pivot away from pure price and efficiency and into something with a bit more atmosphere. Our third option, the World Palace Hotel, brings a historical dimension to our deep dive.
Right now we're moving into the realm of architectural charm. The World Palace is a 3-star, priced comfortably between $65 and $95 a night. Still very competitive.
Its user scores are consistently between 8.5 and 9 on Booking.com and TripAdvisor. That's strong, but it's a full point lower than Union Hotel Port. So what's the differentiating factor?
It's the building itself. Our sources repeatedly highlight that the hotel is housed in an older, historic structure. This is what gives it a truly distinctive atmosphere. You're staying in a piece of Istanbul's past, not some standardized modern box.
I love that. Staying in a historic building in Istanbul, that must feel magical. But often that charm comes with functional headaches. What about the service and amenities?
This is where it excels. The reviews consistently praise the diverse and delicious breakfast, which is a huge bonus. And the staff interactions are rated very highly, much like the Union Hotel Port. What's fascinating here is analyzing this historic double-edged sword. While the atmosphere is the primary draw, it's also what generates the critique that pulls the score down from that 9.7 level.
I see.
The specific dissatisfaction is that some guests felt the older atmosphere meant it wasn't as modern in terms of aesthetics, or sometimes even things like plumbing or the elevator speed.
So it becomes a very clear preference choice for you, the traveler.
Right.
Are you willing to trade a little cutting-edge modernity for that specific sense of history and unique charm?
Precisely. And that trade-off actually makes this hotel uniquely suited for business trips, which is an interesting find.
Really? Why is that?
A number of reviews specifically highlighted its quiet environment. It provides a welcome contrast to the sometimes frenetic energy of Taksim Square just a short walk away. The older, thicker walls of the historic building provide a natural sound buffer.
That's powerful context. Finding quiet near Taksim is a premium commodity. Okay, so let's bring in our final option. This one seems to achieve the most balanced compromise between all the factors we've discussed so far.
We're looking at the Mukarnas Taksim Hotel next.
This one sits toward the higher end of our budget, generally priced between $80 and $95 a night, and its score mirrors the World Palace, holding steady between an 8.5 and a 9.
It is located in Beolu, but here's the critical difference. It requires about a 10-minute walk to Taksim Square. This is the longest walk among all 4 options we've profiled.
A 10-minute walk isn't crippling, but in a deep dive that's defined by hyperproximity, that extra 9 minutes over the Santerio Gold, that's a significant variable.
It is a variable, and it is the key differentiator. That slight distance, that 10-minute buffer, it actually translates into a better overall internal environment. Guests consistently praise the rooms for being tidy and modern, more modern than the World Palace, and they mention a noticeably calm and clean atmosphere.
So, for the traveler who is highly sensitive to noise, that 10-minute walk at Mukarnas literally buys you silence. This sounds like the ideal choice for someone seeking a good balance of price and modern facilities.
That's the perfect way to frame it. That longer walk buffers the hotel from the immediate, round-the-clock chaos of the square itself. And what's more, that distance often means you're stepping into a slightly more local neighborhood. You might find less tourist-focused shops and more authentic places to eat on your walk.
And what about the room size issue? Does that resurface here?
It does. It's a recurring theme in this price and location segment. Some guests did mention the rooms weren't huge, but they were very quick to praise the high quality and superior cleanliness. So the Mukarnas seems to offset that size limitation with impeccable maintenance and modern design. It's a great psychological win.
So what does this all mean? We started with a tight mission. Find 4 high-quality, 3-star, centrally located Istanbul hotels, all under $100 a night. But by going through these reviews, we've done more than make a list. We've created a strategic menu of trade-offs.
Exactly. You now have 4 highly vetted options for staying right at the heart of Istanbul. The decision now is purely a matter of your personal travel style.
Let's provide that final comparative summary for you to help you select your operational base.
Okay. If your absolute priority is the highest possible rating and you need family suitability, you must choose the Union Hotel Port. It has that almost perfect 9.7 score based on exceptional service.
And if you need the closest location and the absolute cheapest starting price, your choice is the Santario Gold. Just remember, it's a 1-minute walk, but you're accepting the smallest room. It's the pure access play.
Right. Then, if you're searching for a unique historic vibe and a quiet environment for work or just reflection, the World Palace Hotel offers that charm, plus a great breakfast, as long as you accept a less modern aesthetic.
And finally, if you want the best balance between modern quality, silence, and price, and you're okay with that 10-minute walk, the Mukarnes Taksim Hotel is your reliable, high-quality choice.
This all raises an important question for any traveler making these calculations. You have to decide which resource is more valuable to you: time, space, or history.
You're trading money for time, or space for charm. That's the strategic travel equation in a nutshell, isn't it?
So here's the final provocative thought for you to mull over. If you are relying heavily on public transport, is saving $20 and being 1 minute closer to the metro at the Santario Gold worth sacrificing comfort when you get back to your room? Or is that slightly extended commute at Mukarnes worth the guaranteed calm and cleanliness you'll find there? Think about where you spend your energy and where you need to recover it.
Use this knowledge to plan smarter, secure your budget, and enjoy that incredible experience of staying central in one of the world's most dynamic cities. Happy travels, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.